Some relationships don't fall apart because the love wasn't real. They fracture because one person believed protecting it in secret was the same as protecting it altogether. This reading follows someone who is finally confronting the consequences of choices they made while trying to survive another chapter of their life. Now, with the weight of regret settling in, they're desperate for another chance to reclaim what was lost before the damage became permanent. Spirit's message is clear. If this connection truly matters, stop hiding behind fear, confusion, or timing. Stand for the relationship you say you want. Manage the storms instead of feeding them. And remember that even in seasons of conflict, love deserves to be defended with honesty, courage, and intention. Let's tap in. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bethany Alexandria. I am your host and reader, Thelia. A warm welcome back to our new and returning viewers, and to our subscribers, a special shout out. Welcome to this blind reading. This reading may resonate with you if you have been seeing repeated synchronicities of 1133. Someone may want to reach out to you to explore whether or not their options are still open. Okay. Spirit guide. Was inclined to unconditional love and divine service. That was a fool's gamble that we just turned over. Something may be happening in your energy within the next 24 hours of listening to this reading. Take the messages as they resonate. Angel number 1133. Who are we reading for, spirit guides? We have Tantric Sex Candle. What's Tantric Sex Candle keeping you a secret? So this could be an individual you're in the memory of a past relationship, the passion, the hustle, the shuffle, something here about clothing. You could have been in one of those rigorous, exciting, and tempestuous relationships of ripping off clothes and the likes. Maybe you had a really passionate relationship, or maybe overall you just felt that the relationship was quite passionate. Irrespective of this passion, there is a secret here. Some obscurity around visibility, authenticity, proving or showing, demonstrating the rank of a relationship. This reading may find you in a relationship that you are currently in real time, where you are the not token lover, but the I'm hearing scarlet letter, something here about a red seal and or parchment paper may be significant. We may be in the energy of an individual here who is currently working a spell as well. They're currently trying to manifest something and keeping it on the low. What's keeping you a secret? Addictions, compassion. This energy, the excuse and how they are framing things is that you are too good. You accepted me in my worst state. And in addition to that, in addition to all that brokenness, imperfection, and much need for repair, and on top of that, never mind that we are neglecting the repair, we're putting substances on top of it. You accepted me. And what you may not know is that on the back end, it triggered something in me because that was a sense of purity that I never experienced. And when I laid with you, the experience for me was probably far more impactful than you would ever know. Well, that's deep. Okay, what's hidden? For those who will resonate with this reading, 1133, too many, way too many. Someone here is confused. We have confused and capricious. Someone is being immature and they're confused that their approach is seen as one of being immature. What's confused, capricious? In the crossing, falling on tantric sex, we have creative discovery in the crossing. Okay. What's hidden? This individual feels that their level of enthusiasm towards the subject of lovemaking and intimacy in a relationship is one that definitely warranted some kind of recognition, but it seems that they were found not to be creative or open to being to be in an energy of discovery. Something the name Christoph, Christopher may be important. Columbus Heights may be important. Someone may be from Colombia. Someone may have recently gone to a Money Mart or Cambio. What's creative discovery? Crossing, in the hiding, caught, reversed. Circling back to the beginning of this energy, if you found yourself in an intimate relationship where the passion burnt really bright and it was exuberant, you were very excited about the whole working of things. This individual may have included or neglected to include the fact that they had children. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Where is this leading, sir, guys? The issue here is that this energy, the energy we're reading for, you were in a relationship and you thought that your approach was acceptable. It was not, reason being because you kept your affections a secret. You may have been more attached or felt more sentimental about an individual as well. And you did not articulate this to this person. You didn't share it. You never told them anything. You never really gave them any concrete proof. But you are addicted. You are carrying a flame for this energy. And you also are highly sexually attracted to them. Spirit guides are taking us on a segue of discussing sexual attraction. Sexual attraction may not always be to the extent of wanting to stare into someone's eyes lovingly, longingly, to utter words of sentiment, to, with time, gently trace the lines and the contours of the body to usher a kiss on every sacred place. It may not be that. You may actually find yourself in a completely different relationship. You may actually not predominantly be attracted to that sex, but there is still an attraction. There is a light. And in our society, it is very easy for us to confuse attraction because we are taught on every billboard, on the cover of every magazine, and in every advertisement that all of that attraction needs to be directed into the waistline, and that is not true. That attraction can be poured into your learning, seeking ways to evolve this sense of attraction to this person. Maybe you curate a business, maybe you sit for ideas. Maybe you find out that you are here on this planet to assist each other to grow. That was quite a segue. Reeling it back in, you're confused. Maybe you left the other party confused in the back by your behavior, that you weren't as groundbreaking. Someone here may have worked as a part of a project. I'm seeing a development project, like a commercial building that is it's accessed on a decline, and it backs onto a ravine of some kind. There was some kind of red ribbon cutting ceremony of some kind. Where is this leading, spirit guides? Spring in the upright, wanting to start new, starting afresh. The hope and promise of not only warmth, but sustenance, rain, liquidity, lubrication, that which can not only take sound, but give sound the surface of rippling. Someone here may be a musician. Someone here may work something about water. You may have been at a spa. You may have been by the water. Something here about watching drops in the water. You may have been throwing rocks in the water as well. What's spring? Next month. What's spring next month? Next 30 days may be important to you. You've been setting a goal, you've been focused on something, looking for the right timing, divining, because there is a sense of expectancy by way of you having done some work. What's next month? Festive season. Ding, ding, ding. Tell us about this festive season. For those who will resonate with this reading, we have missed chances in the crossing. You're a bit up in your head about whether you will have another go round with missed chances. You're wondering if it will be the right time, if it will be this time, if it's not the right time in the upright. And a situation is about to explode in the reversed. You're concerned about suffering disappointment, and it's understandable. Mm-hmm. Spirit, what's your advice? The reading, the energy seems lagging. It's feeling as though there are a lot of blanks to be filled in. Mhm. You may be on the outskirts. You may not be in touch with another person because you kept them a secret in a relationship and you are addicted to their light, to their flame, to their warmth, to their malleability and liquidity. You may even like the way they taste in everywhere that you could taste them. Or I should say, every place. Mm, mm. You may have a way of noting certain details. It's a part of your makeup, your view, your vision, your keen, divine, godly eye that you pick out certain patterns. And you may be a person that you curate places that you've been, monumental spaces and places. Mm. Something about the places that you've been with this person. This could be energetically as well. But I see someone here putting a marker, red flags, skiing. You may live in a country or place that has four seasons. Spirit's advice. Way off in the future, the time is now. In the present moment, what's happening in the present moment? Storms of love, conflict is an opportunity for growth and change. So you aren't speaking, you're fighting. Tell us about this. Anger management in the crossing. Temperatures are high. The name Sean may be important. Initials ANES. LUPA. High vibrations, transformation reversed. You are currently in a place of fighting, very combustible energy, arguing. In the conversation, you are trying to explain to the individual that is quite mad at you, and maybe rightly so. They have every right to be upset. You're saying to them, you're trying to get them to understand that where you were at the time, you couldn't just whatever. You couldn't just overturn the table in the synagogue like Christ did. That yes, it was a bad place, and yes, someone looking on from the outside would say that, oh, you're an addict, you're this, you're that, why you're staying, but it wasn't that simple for you. I feel here that what you're trying to explain to your partner is something that your soul is trying to speak. Maybe this was the need for being by water. Maybe you even needed to just take a quick shower just to clean your energy. If you're fighting with your partner, it's a good idea as well to take constant showers. Even walking by a random tap and running the energy, lighting a candle for a few minutes may be helpful. Not being afraid. If this is an important relationship to you, be unafraid about the process, even if it is messy. Stand in it, shoulders back, spine straight. If you care about this relationship, this is the time when you make sure that you have on the proper gear and you assume the proper stance. Your immaturity needs to be addressed. You may not necessarily be thinking so deeply about how this negatively impacts your creative endeavors because nobody has really been able to put a finger or boot on the matter. But if this reading resonates with you, this is the time for you to think more deeply about the ways in which you have been immature in sharing your love and your passion, not only with people who may be important to you, but how about your bloody self? What are you about? What drives you? What makes you excited? What makes the hair stand up on your arm? What makes your spine tingle? Hey, listen, behave yourself. Fine. What gives you a chubby? I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Whatever makes your memory glands feel a rush of blood and swell up and your nipples become like dots. Someone here maybe is swimmer. The name Phelps or the initials in that name may be important. LPLEH. You're currently having a struggle. I feel the need 19 minutes in to still sit with you without trying to pile on any more clarifiers on your energy. Hmm. You need to look at what's hidden. Let's explore this. This pardon me. This behavior that you have about you that you maybe subconsciously mhm, unaware of. Well, let it be so that under the light of this great full moon that you will receive all the illumination that you need. Confused about my behavior, I'm seen as being immature and it's really costing me new journeys. And nobody's really calling me on it. Light bulb. Okay. Well, I guess, is that all you need? Do you need more? That's your aha moment. Lucrative idea. Inspiration. Mm. It's as though nobody's really caught you slacking with how you go about creativity, with how you go about handling new things. See, the issue is how you handle your passion, your light, your candle. Mm. Interruptions. Interruptions. Someone here may have attention deficit disorder. Something here about your energy being interrupted to the point that it created a bit of a disability in you being able to pinpoint your target, lock in, and execute. Someone here may have worked with rifles in the past, sniper rifles to be specific. Someone here may be of an army background, or your parents may have been. You may be an army brat, could be a grandparent as well. You haven't caught a lucrative idea yet, just yet, because you are too immature. You're immature about it. Yes. There may also, if you tend to be an oversharer, well, you need to learn the art of sacredness and planting. Observe a plant, pull up a National Geographic Explorer piece about plants and how they grow, and learn about the sacredness, or just be open to learning about the sacredness of simple things like the growing of things in nature. And the divine will reveal to you how to go about creating a hedge of protection around what it is that you are feeding, what it is that you are giving your energy towards. I feel we should leave it there. Mhm. Go for a walk, go by water, take a shower. If you found this reading to be revealing, enlightening, or affirming of your experience, I invite you back for the next reading. Until next time, bye for now.